morning children, how are you? I hope you are all fine and you are safe. Okay, so let us start today our topic animals everywhere. Okay, now today's topic is animals everywhere. Okay, now tell me children, see here in this book, here the first one, the breathing organ of the fish is known as what? The breathing organ of the fish is known as what, Nana? Gills, and that is a respiratory organs. Okay, so the breathing organ of a frog on land is known as, see, we know that frog is an amphibian. Okay, and the amphibian can live on land as well as in water. So on land it can breathe through lungs, and in the water it can breathe through the gills. Okay, so and breathe through the skin. Skin. Okay, now cows, goats and deer are known as what? They can eat flesh? No, they can't eat flesh. They can eat only grass and plants. So they are known as herbivores. Exactly. Okay. Ants, cockroaches and butterflies are known as what? They are crawling, they are flying. So and they have more feet than us. Yes. So they are called as insects. Okay. Let us come to the chapter now. Okay. Animals everywhere. Okay. Animals everywhere. Okay. So first one, we are going to know in how the animals can breathe, how they can feed and how they are breathe and how they migrate. Okay, so first one, breathe. How the different organs in breathing of different types of organ in animals are there. Okay. Okay children, the organs of breathing. What are they? The animals live in water. They can breathe through the gills. So first organs are gills. Okay. Next, the animals who like us, how we can breathe through our lungs. As it is the frog and the other animals, they have the respiratory organs and they are called as lungs. Okay. And like insects is what they can breathe through the spiracles. They have the air holes to breathe in and they are called as spiracles. Okay children, so this much you can understand. So for gills, please give me the examples. The examples are fishes. For lungs, all the animals, and for spiracles, please give the example, that is insects. Okay children, this much you can understand for the breathing organs in the animals. Okay, let us come to the feeding habits in animals. Okay, so do you know what are rodents? Rodents like rabbits, mice and squirrels, they have small and sharp front teeth. They are gnawing in the, suppose carrot is there, radish is there, they can gnaw like this, they can gnaw. Okay, so what is the spelling of gnaw? G-N-A-W, that is not N-A-W, no, G-N-A-W, that is gnawing, and they are known as rodents. They can hop, they can eat and they can, in the little amount they are eating. They can't eat this much amount of food. Okay. Now coming to the feeding habits in animals. Okay. So habits in animals, they are considered as 4 types. Okay, what are they? They are rodents, they are herbivores, they are carnivores, and they are omnivores. Okay, first I have explained you like rodents. Rodents like squirrels and rabbits, mice, they are rodents. Okay, the second one are herbivores. Herbivores, which the animals which can eat only grass and plant eating animals. Okay, like cow, goat, buffalo, camel, giraffe, these are all herbivores. Okay, next one is omnivores. Omnivores are the animals which can eat both the plants and the meat. Okay, can you give me the examples? Yes, they are like human beings, dog, panda, bear, these are omnivores animals. Okay, next one is the animals which can eat only fish. They cannot eat any of the vegetables, they cannot eat the plants, they cannot eat the grass. Which type of animals are there? Like lion, tiger, leopard, cheetah, these are all animals which can eat flesh. Okay, so these are carnivores. So 4 types of animals you have seen. Okay, what they are? They are all rodents, herbivores, omnivores and carnivores. Okay, these are the feeding habits. We can categorize them in the feeding habits of animals. Okay, now next one is movement in the water. So children, do you know that animals can move on the land, on the water, and they can have more than 1 legs, like insects and the human beings, the reptiles and the birds. Okay, so now tell me, who are the land animals? All animals which are not living in the water, they are land animals, right? They can be reptiles. Reptiles means like lizard, salamander and crocodile. Okay, these are all reptiles. Okay, next, land animals. Land animals, I told you, human beings are also land animals. We can't live in the water, right? So that they are animals which are living on the land. They are land animals. Okay, water animals. Oh, I don't want to explain this much about, right? That is water animals. Water animals like duck, fishes, shark, blue whale. These all are water animals. And next one is insects. Insects, these have 6-legged, and one more insect which has 8 legs, means 4 pair of legs. What is that animal? What is that insect? That is spider. Spider had 8 legs. Okay. Most of the insects they have 4 legs. Okay, 6 legs, like ants, butterflies. Okay, beetle. These all have 6 legs only, and few insects they have multiple feet or multiple legs, like centipede. Okay, these have multiple legs. Okay. Next, and they have few insects, they have wings also. Okay, they have wings also, they can fly. Could you please tell which one? Like mosquitoes, like butterflies, they have wings to fly, but they are very light in weight, so that they can handle their body weight and they can fly very easily, very fast than the birds. Okay, now next one is birds. Birds have wings, right? Birds have wings. So birds have wings and they can fly, and their feathers are very strong compared to the insects, and they can handle their weight, balance with the feathers and the body. Okay, they can balance them, and they have the beak. So, and like insects doesn't have beaks, but the birds, they have beaks. Okay, and birds have different types of feathers also, like flight feathers and downward feathers, upward feathers. They can fly upward, they can fly downward, they can fly like this in a straight manner also they can fly. Okay, and birds are of different types. Okay, few are carnivores. Okay, and few are very dangerous to us, and few are very helpful to us. Okay, like sparrows. Okay, and like chickens, they are very helpful to us. Okay, next is reptiles. Reptiles, I already told you, they have lungs and they can breathe through the lungs, and few reptiles can be in the water and on the land, like a frog. Okay, lizards, crocodiles, turtle, tortoises, These are all reptiles. Okay. Next, human beings. Human beings are very advanced. Okay. They have the more advanced brain. They can think of themselves. Okay. They can protect themselves. Okay. In a very high manner, in a high advanced manner, they can protect us from the environment. They can adapt very easily. Okay. So these are the highly advanced animals. They are categorized as human beings. The human beings are also known as Homo sapiens. They are also called as Homo sapiens. Okay. Next one, last one is migration. Migration. See, few of the animals they can migrate from one place to another for their breeding, for their storage of food, and for their survival. They can migrate from even the one country from another country. Okay. In that, most of the birds like Arctic tern, it can fly so many miles from one place to another without stopping. Okay, at least 5 to 6 months they can fly continuously. Okay, so for the breeding process and for the survival process, they can migrate from one place to another. Okay, so this is the process in which the group of like a flock of animals, they can migrate. Like they can, if they are living from one place, they can live to the another place, and in a group of animals, they can migrate from one country to another. Okay, children, that is process called as migration. It is a process in which a group of birds or animals, they can, for their survival, they can move from one place to another. That is called as migration. Okay, in this, one of the best example is Arctic tern. They can very high miles, they can fly away and they can migrate from one place to another. Okay, children. So these are the things which I want to explain. Okay. Okay, children. Now I want to tell like this. See this one. A frog is an amphibian because it can live. Where it can live? The amphibian can live in the water as well as land. Okay. So, live only in land, live only in water, on land and in water. This is the right answer. Okay. Next. Whales and dolphins are classified as what? Fish, reptiles, mammals or amphibians. They are categorized as mammals because they can give birth to their young ones. Okay, they cannot be fishes, they cannot be human beings or other animals, they can be mammals. Okay, next one. This one. The animal has scales on its body. Okay, fish, deer, zebra or ostrich. Yes, fishes have scales, right? And few of the reptiles also, they have scales. Okay, scales, to protect themselves, they have scales. Okay, like few of the snakes also, they have scales. Okay, next. Locusts are harmful migratory what? Birds, rodents, fish or insects? Locusts are the insects. They are insects. They have they have 6 legs. Okay, they are 6 legs. That is the reason they are categorized into the insects. Okay, the water boatman uses its legs as antenna, radars, fans or oars. Oh, this you don't know. See, children, the water, the boatman is there, na? See, it is like a paddle. The tortoise has paddles, so it can help in the swimming. Okay, so the same, the boatman has 2 type of oars. It can one driving to one place and one driving to the another place. So they are called as oars. What they are called as oars? O-A-R-S. Okay. Now this one is completed. This one. So I want you to learn. Just summarize this lesson and do the page number. This one. Activity page number 207 and do and then this activity, please show this activity. Okay, this one you have to give me. Okay, thank you children, thank you so much.
Welcome back children. In this video, you are going to learn about migration. So let us understand this concept with an example. Do you know how you feel when you are hungry? What if you went to grocery store and there was no food for you to buy? Would you just wait for food to arrive or would you go to different grocery store to get the food you need? Migrating birds are just going to a different grocery store to meet their needs just like you would. Except their grocery store is nature. So what is migration? Migration is the mass movement of birds and animals in response to climate change. And why do birds and animals migrate? Birds and animals migrate from one place to another place in search of food or avoid harsh weather conditions or for breeding purposes. Animals living in the polar regions are many types of fishes, oxen, reindeers, foxes, seals, whale, polar bear and birds. And these animals are adapted to live in this condition. Animals that live in very cold places have thick fur on their body which protect them from the cold. For example, it is cold on the mountains and in the polar region. A yak lives in the mountains and a polar bear lives in a polar region are adapted to live in these places. A fish can remain under cold water for a long, but birds must remain warm to survive. Because like us, birds are warm-blooded, which means their body maintain a constant temperature. Therefore, they migrate to warmer region when winter sets in. They came back after the winter over. For example, the bird Arctic tern makes the longest migration from Arctic Circle to the Antarctic Circle and back to the Arctic Circle. You know probably that India is one of the destination of many of these birds. You must have seen or heard about the Siberian crane that comes from Siberia to places like Bharatpur in Rajasthan and Sultanpur in Haryana and some wetlands of northeast and some other parts of India. And it is not only birds that migrate. Mammals and many types of fishes and insects are also known to migrate seasonally in search of more hospitable climate. Fish like salmon spends most of its life in the sea. It travels long distance to reach the river to lay eggs. And when the eggs hatch, the young salmon travels back to the sea. Insects like monarch butterfly also migrate large distance. Monarch butterfly migrate from Canada and North America to Mexico. Locusts travel in a huge swarm and destroy standing crop. You may heard about the latest news about the locust. That desert locust swarm invade India. They are millimeter in size and millions in number. According to the recent report by the Food and Agricultural Organization, that the locust swarm current affecting the parts of India was responsible for crop infestation. It entered the India through the western state of Rajasthan. These swarms prefer arid or semi-arid area, means dry area, for egg laying. Therefore, this is a migration of insects. So in this video you learned about the migration. In next video we will start new chapter. Thank you.